They turned our power down and drove us underground. We went right on with the show.
The Cadillacs left here long ago. There are not many who remember. There are not many who remember.
The union went on strike. Never sailed at all. Morning, everybody. That's a good way to warm it up.
Yep, very good way. Go ahead,
like
Adam.
we're turning into a karaoke
New song I'm working on.
show, and you know what? And my friends out there watching, they do know me well enough. I love karaoke almost as much. I would say there's two things I'm really good at: karaoke and kicking butt in court. I tell you that right now.
As a personal injury attorney,
and right now, I can't kick butt in court. Morning, everybody. You are now officially Cruising with the Case Handler, a show by attorneys, practicing attorneys, talking about the cases they actually work on and help people with. Myself, Adam Handler, your boy, the Case Handler. I have settled well over $110 million for my clients, making sure that they get full compensation for their medical bills, their time out of work, and of course, their pain and suffering for the one and only shot they have at financial justice. They have one chance to get it right, one choice of attorney. They choose the Case Handler. Thousands of people have in the past. Hopefully, you'll never need my services, but God forbid you do. You can have me as your attorney by merely picking up the phone and making the call. The consultation is free. Returning my services is absolutely free, and it starts by calling 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID-LAW. And about a month ago now, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 5 weeks ago now, Squeeze and I decided to bring on my partners who handle the immigration cases. We, with much resistance initially, we decided, listen, we got to press these guys. We got to bring them on the radio. We got to, get their immigration questions answered. We got to let them know how we can help you and your family for generations to come. And if that wasn't enough, we had to push them even further to say the information should be absolutely free. We cannot charge the community that has embraced us for so many years a consultation fee. So in a way of giving back, in a way of trying to spread the love and spread goodwill these days when I think we all need it most, we are offering 100% free immigration consultations on the phone. All you have to do is call 844-PPID-LAW, 844-774-3529. No question too dumb, no question too tough. Conrad, the maestro Pollack, the managing attorney of the firm, has been practicing immigration for over 35 years. Nelson, the Maverick Madrid, has been practicing immigration for over 13 years. Alan, the General K, who will be on tomorrow, has been practicing immigration law for 40 years. We're almost at a century worth of immigration experience. And we're here to help you. We're here to let you know that there is somebody out there that's going to treat you like family, not just like a file. And we pride ourselves, absolutely pride ourselves, that we don't give refunds. We will not give you a refund. You know why? Because we're not taking your case unless we feel within a reasonable degree of legal certainty that we are going to be able to help you, right? We don't take your money selling you a dream. There's no magic beans in our pocket. If we can help you, we're going to help you. If we can't, we're going to tell you that as well. You may not want to hear it. You may decide to go down the street or in the next block over or call your friend and somebody else will take your money and then eventually tell you that. But we're not going to do it. And that's what sets our firm apart. That's what makes our firm special. Good morning. Look at you, David, with the sunglasses on. Really, we could be, if you want to do karaoke, we could be Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney, Ebony and Ivory. Yeah, I love it. I love it. If you could do so right now, go on Facebook. Check us out, Case Handler. Check us out, PPID. Yeah, check us out, David Annakie.
And come on, Conrad.
Ebony and Ivory.
There you go. We're having a lot of fun here, but it's a very serious show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to 93.5 WVIP. We do apologize for yesterday. The station had a little bit of a internet problem, and we're back on. Started the show a little bit early today just to get things in full gear. Want to say once again, thank you so much, Adam Handler, the case handler, for introducing the show. We've got Nelson Madrid, aka the Maverick, because he's the top gunner. God forbid you have ever been arrested and you're doing anything with immigration. But he's not just about that. He can do anything with immigration, ladies and gentlemen, as far as making sure he takes care of your case. We got Conrad Pollack, as Adam also introduced, the managing partner of the firm, practicing attorneys. I must say that. They're not just some attorneys that actually get on the radio, talk on the radio, tell you that it's a minefield and so forth, and then leave you standing, okay? No. They will actually speak with you. And that's the reason why it's very important. Yes, you're getting a free consultation, but today, I'm doing something that's going to blow everyone's mind. Anyone out there right now that need immigration help, turn up your radio. Today, Nelson and Conrad is going to give you a discount. See, Adam is looking at me like, what the F is he going to do right now? All right? No. Nelson, the Maverick, Conrad Pollack, the Maestro. When you book your consultation with them today, just remember to say this afterwards, all right? They'll forget. Just remember to say this. Okay, what about my squeeze discount? What about my case handler discount? All right? They're going to give you a discount, but the key is book your consultation, and then after that, say, yes, I want to hire Nelson. I want to hire the Maverick. I want to hire Maestro. And then you hit him right where it really helps you. Where's my discount? And then, of course, Nelson's going to be like, oh, man, that damn squeeze, man. But he's going to be very happy in helping you. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you make that call, all right? And they'll take very good care of you. So, Adam, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. And you know what? We would have probably given them the discount anyway, but even if they mentioned the squeeze discount, probably even something a little more off the top. The response has been absolutely incredible. We were business owners, we run a firm. I mean, our firm, Conrad, how many people work at our practice? Is it 40 or 50? How many people work at PPI?
Something like that.
Yeah.
40. We range from 40 to 50, yeah. And probably have another 20 or so, affiliated and of counsel and tenants that also do different types of legal work.
Yep, it's a big operation. In fact, our holiday party sometimes looks like a wedding or a bar mitzvah, but that's a good thing. When you have people that you care about that surround you, that's great. But we were concerned, when COVID hit and everything got shut down, we were concerned. How are we going to, keep business as usual? How we're going to, continue our operations? And we had every right to be concerned because this was uncharted territory. We had no idea what would happen. But it became abundantly clear that the people that work for our firm, right, the people that work in my personal injury department, the people that work in the immigration department, the real estate department, the litigation department, the criminal department, the matrimonial department, these are quality people, and everybody, to the best of their ability, is keeping up with what they need to do, keeping up with the clients, keeping up with the work. We're settling cases. Since March 1st, I've settled almost 40 cases for about $6 million. We're at over $12 million this year for case handler clients. And I'm sorry, that is an incredible
That's a lot of money,
number.
man.
It's a lot of money, especially considering I haven't even been in a courtroom since the end of February, right? We don't know when we'll ever get back. I mean, we will get back in eventually, but we don't know when we're going to get back into the actual courtroom. I have this Friday a settlement conference with the judge that we're trying to get a construction accident settled. Hopefully we can get it done. If not, we'll proceed as we were planning on doing and making sure that we hold out to the very end to get the top dollar. But I'm in the process, and I may hear today or tomorrow about settling a case for $1.8 million. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know who's listening right now, and I don't want to influence them. But this case could settle today or tomorrow for $1.8 million. That's tax-free money to the client. That is life-changing. So we, through social media, have been able to get the message out and servicing clients and speaking to clients. And through the miracles of Wi-Fi and Zoom, we're able to do depositions, we're able to do settlement conferences, and we're kicking butt. And it's something I'm really proud of, but it just shows you the caliber and quality of attorneys that you're listening to right now.
Why don't we get a true success story from you, Adam?
Absolutely. We can talk about.
Let's just get a true success story from Adam.
Why don't you pull, why don't you pull up, or I could do it. We did a testimonial Tuesday yesterday.
And by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt. And by the way, folks, if you're listening to us, we got to do this. I know, and Nelson is itching to tell us, put the number. All right. Say the number. So once again, you're in tune to Cruising with the Case Handler. It's 29 minutes after the hour. We've got top attorneys on this wonderful radio station. There's absolutely, I can say profoundly, there is absolutely no attorney on this station, okay, with any other radio program that can beat our program here. None. And we're ready to go head on. None. I've got the top immigration attorneys and obviously the top personal injury attorney. And that's the reason why you riding in your car, you at home, will dial this number, let it ring 15, 20 seconds. Adam may even pick up the phone and say good morning. And that number happens to be 844-774-3529. Note the number, people. That is a very powerful number. 844-774-3529. If you get hurt in an accident, automobile accident, okay, slip and fall, medical malpractice, construction accident, you need the shark. You need the shark. And that shark, the case handler, Adam Handler, he will go for it. You hear him talking about big numbers. You never hear him talking about $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. He speaks in the tens, the hundreds, the millions. So dial the number, save it. No, we don't want anyone to get hurt. No, he doesn't want anyone to get hurt, but it's life. It happens to you, your friend, your family members. Dial the number now. Prove to myself and the attorneys here on the radio that you're storing the number. We love you. We want to take care of you. We want to treat you like family, and we will. The number, let me be slow with it as you dial it, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. All my essential workers, especially my nurses. I know a lot of nurses in the community. A lot of the Caribbeans out there are nurses. Okay, so we got to say much respect to you. Thank you so much for being on the front line. We all thank you. Dial the number. You never know when you're going to need us here at Cruising with the Case Handler. Well, the attorneys. All right, 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID-LAW. Okay, 844-PPID-LAW. Adam, it's all yours. I'm very happy the immigration attorneys are here also, and we're getting to that shortly after this true success story on personal injury as we segment the programming. So
sure.
Conrad Pollack is standing by. Nelson, okay, Madrid is standing by for immigration. Let's get your true success story in personal injury.
And thanks for referencing the first responders and the frontline workers. Of course, we give so much respect on a daily basis on our social media, posting photographs, but maybe we don't say it enough. But we are getting a lot of calls, by the way, from nurses, people that work in hospitals that are getting injured on the job. And those are cases. Those are workers' compensation cases. So that's something you should be calling us as well. No matter how you're hurt, no matter where you're hurt, as long as we can actually prove your injury, this is not some BS situation, which a lot of times we do get calls that people think they have a case, they don't. But if you are truly injured, you must give us a call, because we can definitely help you and point you in the right direction as to making sure that you're taken care of, your time out of work, your medical bills, and compensation to you. But thank you. Real quick, I want to go over yesterday's Testimonial Tuesday. For everybody watching right now, you should know, if you're on Facebook, you should know what Testimonial Tuesday is. Every Tuesday, Ruthie, and now Ralston is helping out with it as well. We post a true life success story. We've been doing it consistently, I believe, for probably now 4.5 years. Every single Tuesday, we post a new case, a true life success story about a client that has come to the firm in need of help and getting help. At the end of the case, we hand them a big check. We hand them a small check that they deposit, but they hold a big check that has some information about the case, and we post a little synopsis and even a quote. But when you think about it, we've been doing that every Tuesday for 4.5 years. I'm not a mathematician, but that's like hundreds of people that are saying, and that's not all of our cases, but hundreds of people are saying, thank you. We want to show the world that you guys are, great, that you guys are exactly what you sold us on the radio as being, and that's a top attorney. So with that said, I don't mean to disappoint you, because yesterday we did talk about a case that was $5 million. This case settled for a little bit less, but you know what? It was just as important to this person as the $5 million case. This is Aretha. Aretha is in this photograph right now. She's from the Bronx. This is actually one of the last cases that settled that we were able to take a picture before COVID hit. Ruthie last night was like, yeah, we can't post this picture with the date because people will think that we're not social distancing. Yeah, we were social distancing because there was no such thing as social distancing. So a foot apart was enough, I guess, at that time. But that's Sandra, that's Aretha, and that's Matthew Goodstein, my associate. And this case settled for $38,500. So not a $5 million case, but a case that certainly yielded a significant amount of money to this woman, tax-free, and it was important to her. And we fought just as hard on this case as we did on the $5 million case. And what happened to Aretha? Aretha was in the car with a friend. The car lost control and she got hurt. And the quote is, the case handler team is wonderful. I was not expecting anything from my case because I had a prior accident, which we actually represented her in. I am so grateful for my settlement. There is no other legal team I trust to represent me. Their team will go out of their way to make you feel like you are their one and only client. I got the best lawyers in town. Now, Squeeze, by your count, how many times have you read a quote or heard a quote from me that either references being made feel like family or being made feel like you are their only client?
Countless times. Countless times, man, where you're concerned.
And that's what we do. So think about it. You're listening to an attorney right now that runs a personal injury practice that is not only going to get you the best possible result if, God forbid, you're injured. You have an attorney that's going to treat you like that you're their sister or their mother or their brother, like family, like your one and only client. Because I say it over and over, but maybe this is the first time somebody's listening to the show, so it's an important point to make. I'm a third generation attorney, right? My father still does it. My grandfather did it. And they would always tell me that a good lawyer has many files. A client only has one. And we certainly here at PPID are committed to treating your case like it's our most important case. And that's the difference. There are a lot of good lawyers out there, but not every lawyer is going to handle your case with the respect that you deserve. And if that's something that's important to you, your family, you'll take that number down. Hopefully you never need it. 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID-LAW.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you are listening to Cruising with the Case Handler each and every single weekday morning at 8:30. We do it right here. And I want to say thanks to the attorneys on board. You will be hearing from Nelson Madrid, aka the Maverick, and Conrad Pollack, the Maestro. All right, those attorneys will be speaking shortly. We just heard from Adam Handler, the top personal injury attorney in this hemisphere, and it is extremely important that you actually save this number for the law firm PPID. The number once again is, ladies and gentlemen, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. I dubbed him and gave him the name the Shark 15 years ago. 15 years ago when I brought him on radio and heard how aggressive he can be against, of course, the people who don't want to give you the money. Okay. I said, this man is a shark. All right. He's going to make sure you get the maximum compensation. Store his number, 844-774-3529. Make it PPID. Make it the case handler. Make it Adam Handler, 844-774-3529. All right. There goes my lights. Okay. See, guys, it's not easy being a black man.
The light's out on Broadway.
It's not easy being a black man. You see, my light went out and my face got darker on the screens. All right. All right. As you can see, folks, we're very entertaining too. 93.5 WVIP FM. What I want now, I want everyone watching us on Facebook, the pages, PPID, that's Pollack, Isaac, and the Seacoast, the pages, Keith Adler, and of course, yours truly, David Squeezannick's page. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into immigration. And let's jump it off with the man, okay, who's the managing partner at the firm, Conrad Pollack. Hear what he has to say on immigration. I always go to him first, because I'm wondering if there's any immigration news. And if there's anyone that would know right away, it's him. So Conrad Pollack, let's talk immigration. All right. What's happening out there in this climate now? Any new news, or is it the same DT stuff?
Good morning, guys. Actually, no, there hasn't been any really earth-breaking or earth-shattering news in the last day or two because our president has been busy talking about his hydrochloroquine episodes. So he hasn't had time, I guess, to focus on immigration. However, there is a 60-day ban in place, as people are aware, on immigration, which really hasn't had any effect on anything because the American consulates are closed for the most part. But there is a 30-day review period, which is coming up very soon. And there is substantial chatter about the ban being extended to non-immigrant visas, to temporary work visas. The ban that's in place currently does not affect temporary work visas. It's really only in effect for people that are outside the United States that are being sponsored by their permanent resident spouses or siblings or that type of case. Non-immigrant visas, work visas have not been affected yet. So if you want a tourist visa, student visa, a temporary work visa, H2, H1, those visas are still available. However, there is substantial talk that the ban is going to be extended to these non-immigrant visas. So, or at least to some of them. So we don't know yet, but there is a lot of talk about it. But that aside, the only other news that is going to be happening soon, immigration fees are going up, filing fees are going up. As I mentioned in yesterday's show, the Immigration Service, USCIS, is running out of money. USCIS is funded entirely by user fees, by all the application fees that you guys pay when you file an application. Because people haven't been filing because of the pandemic, because of the cases being much more difficult to complete. And immigration, the government just discouraging people from applying. Money's not coming in. So they're going to be raising the fees, tacking on a 10% surcharge is the latest I heard as well. So if you have applications that are sitting out there, now's the time to file. I wouldn't wait. Whether you use a lawyer, whether you don't, you need to file your application because the fees are going to be going up substantially. As an example, citizenship right now costs $725. It's going to be double to pay the fee. And that's just to file it yourself. So raising the stakes, I should say, now you'll spend $1,400 to file a citizenship application that if it gets denied because you did it yourself, or didn't fill out the form properly, or didn't mention something that happened previously, you're going to pay $1,400 for nothing. Right? That's a lot of money, folks. A lot of money to be taking a chance and trying to do that kind of thing on yourself. So just want to throw that out there. But anyway, other than that, Nelson, we have a surprise visitor, so I'll turn that over to you.
Okay, now Nelson Madrid, our immigration attorney at the firm, has been there for well over 13 years. We want to say welcome, Maverick.
Good morning. Good morning, and thank you for having us on. We actually have a current immigration client of PPID. And true life success story, right? So, Alex.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well. Very well. How are you? Good morning, everybody.
Good. Can you tell us how you found PPID?
Oh, how can I start? I came in the country in 2005, and obviously, like everybody else, you want to settle your and adjust your I'm sorry. Your legal status. It took me a while. I went to many lawyers before. I mean, many, I can say 6, 7.
Wow.
Pay them,
Wow.
promise me
That
something.
many? I thought it was only a couple. I didn't know it was 6 or
What do you
7.
think, Manny? I thought he was gonna like 2, 3.
Hold on.
Now-
I'm sorry. Promised you something?
Yeah, they did promise me a little bit, but maybe, maybe not. I paid them. I went back to them. They told me to wait. They told me to just to stay still. One day I was driving to work, and then a coworker of mine, he called me up and said, "Listen, my cousin get his status towards the PPAD." So I said, "Okay." I said, "Another one. Okay, how many lawyers are gonna go? Let's see." I said, "I'm gonna give a chance." I meet Conrad, Mr. Conrad. Good morning. I met him in 2013, and then he told me that he can do something, but I have to be in the United States for 10 years. Obviously, 2015 came in. I went right back to him, and right away, in a matter of 2, 3 weeks, I think we put all the paperwork back together, and my process of my immigration status starts. 6 months later, not even. Yeah, around 6 months later, we got the work authorization, which was the beautiful thing and the best thing can happen. I got my social security. I was able to work properly. I was getting my taxes done properly. And after that, obviously, I got assigned to now the new partnership, Mr. Nelson.
Hey, Alex, let me interrupt you for a second. I don't
Yes,
remember.
sir.
You came to see me originally in 2013, but when did you come to the United States?
2005.
All right, so you came to the United States 2005, and you're married. Your wife is here with you, and you have a child as well who was born here. Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you were here in 05. You saw all those lawyers, and then you came to see me in 2013. Correct?
Yes, sir. And I
Good.
remember the little
Sorry.
small office that you have 7 years before.
I remember. I remember.
And now there are 3, hopefully. Good
Go
for
ahead.
you.
So,
So obviously, Mr. Nelson took over my case, and little by little we start processing. And like I pressure him all the time, and my question was all the time, how long will take? How long will take? He will guide me. He will tell me, slow down. It's not gonna be overnight. It's gonna be years. Yes, years go by. And obviously, I get a lot of obstacles, a lot of hard time with immigration.
were there any
which-
surprises? Were there any surprises in your case?
Absolutely, yes. Many.
But were you aware? How was your communication with your attorneys? Did your attorneys advise you of a problem before it became a problem? How was your communication?
Communication was great.
How
I'm
many
sorry.
attorneys? How many attorneys actually handled your? How many different attorneys went with you to court?
At the court?
Yeah. Well, how many attorneys actually were with you during the entire process? Was it one attorney? Was it several attorneys, different attorneys? I mean, would an attorney show up and you had no idea who they were? How would you describe that experience?
Well, my attorney were you.
Okay.
As you. Many others that I meet in the office with my obstacle, absolutely many. I meet all your team, but you are my one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
What was the toughest part about your case, Alex? What had you up at nights? Not sleeping and all of that. I want to hear the gory details, man. I want to hear what went down. And Pollack took care of you. PPID took care of you. So talk to me, man. I want to know what really went down. And I feel like it's certain what really went down. It sounds like it's big.
David, there were so many. I don't even know where to start. So many.
Well, let me give me 1 second. Let me interrupt. Actually, I can tell you, Alex, and correct me if I'm wrong. Squeeze, during the process, Alex tried to renew his employment authorization, and
It was the worst.
immigration denied it. We filed a lawsuit. We filed a federal lawsuit, and a week later, he got his employment authorization.
That's huge.
Yeah. They cancel the case and they cancel work authorization. Then, I got the letter. I remember I emailed it to Mr. Conrad, Mr. Nelson, both of them, because they're both in the case, but Nelson was the one handle it. And they said, I'm in a train, let me get to the office, and I call it right back. An hour go by, 2 hours go by. I said, what the heck,
You were freaking out, right? You were freaking out, right?
Indeed, yes, sir. And then they call me back and say, I want you ASAP. I want you to come to the office on Monday. I remember it was a Monday. I went there, I met him, I met Mr. Conrad, I met somebody else. I don't know if I should say the name, Michael Piston. And then, you know, a room with millions of immigration books sitting in the wall, a round table. These big guys, very confident what they do. You know, they guide me in the direction to have a lawsuit. I say, lawsuit of what? It's the federal court. I say, federal who? So they told me to stay still, go home, think about it. We went so far already with so many obstacles, so many issues, and we decided to do it. And sure enough, a week, not even a week after, we got the work authorization back and the case were open again.
You know, if I could just interrupt for a second, you mentioned Michael Piston. Michael Piston is a litigator. I mean, that's what he does. He's another immigration attorney who's affiliated with the firm. And I mean, if you Google Michael Piston, you'll see what I'm talking about. The guy is a serious litigator. And when we have issues like this, which unfortunately are becoming more and more common, frequently we turn to Michael for the serious, for the really tough cases. And Alex's case was one of those. And, you know, I'm going to throw this out there that, you know, again, as I mentioned, Alex and his family, his wife, they've been here since 2005. Now we're talking, Alex, when was this? In 2017, 18 now with the work authorization issues? Immigration.
It was in 2018, yes.
Yeah. So you're here with your wife for 13 years at that point. You have a U.S. citizen child who has serious health issues, and immigration just denied your work authorization. You've had it for I don't know how long at that point, and immigration just denied your work authorization without reason. Example, all right, my point here is, you know, I've been saying how immigration is what? Immigration's a minefield. Here's a perfect example of what happens, all right? Immigration is such a minefield. You've had work authorization for years now, and then out of nowhere, when we apply to renew it, denied. No reason, absolutely, totally unjustified, and mean-spirited, I will add, all right? And we took him to federal court, and we got it for you. All right, but that's an example for everybody out there about what can happen and how immigration doesn't have your best interests at heart, that immigration is not your friend, that immigration, unfortunately, very frequently, they're looking to screw you. All right, I can't put it any other way. Alex, do I misspeak?
Yes, sir, not at all. Yeah, that's true.
And you want to know what, gentlemen? And by the way, folks, if you're just joining us here on the radio, 93.5 WVIP FM, and also on Facebook on multiple pages, the law firm PPID's page, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, or my page, David Squeeze Annakie, or the case handler himself, the top personal injury attorney, Adam Handler. I just want to say, this is what we speak about every day as to why one should never venture into even attempting to do their own case. Alex's case is unique. I would not suggest that anyone out there go anywhere else other than PPID. Alex went through 6 or 7 attorneys. 6 or 7 attorneys. Okay, this man.
And they promised me.
And they promised you, and he gave
them.
them money. And he gave them money, and they were not able to help him. He went to PPID, and here he is. The man is a happy man with his family.
Yeah, and that's the question I have for you, Alex. And it's nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you, your beautiful family. How do you feel on a daily basis now that you're able to wake up in the morning and go to bed at night knowing that, you know, your family is here and you're protected? Tell us, you know, people are listening. What does that feel like knowing that you won your case, that you have peace of mind?
How can I tell you? I don't even know how to describe it. It's a beautiful feeling. It's freedom.
Yeah.
You're able to do whatever you want to do. You know, it's, you know, that you want to buy a car, that you hopefully looking to get the house, or you hopefully move on in life with so many other things that you can achieve, especially in this country that everybody fall in love with. You know, it's great.
The operative
Be thankful,
word there,
and I'm listening to you guys every day, and like I told to Nelson the other day, you know, my wife, she doesn't want to hear about anything right now because she's like, I'm done. It's been so much stress. It's been so much going through. I'm over with it. I just want a peace of mind right now. I don't want to think about it. It's all done. But it's been 4 years that, you know, every time when I ask Nelson, I say, Mr. Nelson, what's up with, you know, what's going on? What's going to happen? How long? How this? Stay still. This can happen. You can have this. You can have this. You can have this. keep in consideration everything that can happily, hopefully happen. So it's been a journey, but a beautiful journey at the end of the day. And I'm grateful.
All right, drop the number, Nelson, and then say what you want to say.
The number is 844 PPID law. That's 844 PPID law. And Squeeze, I'd just like to add, actually, and Adam talks about this all the time. And Alex, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but anytime you had an appearance, there was one attorney that accompanied you, correct?
You.
Thank you.
All right. So there you have it, folks. The complexity of cases and the top man. That's the reason why we gave him the nickname, the Maverick. So everyone that's out there right now, you are listening to Alex, okay, a PPID happy immigration client who is extremely happy with his family here in the United States of America. I'm an immigrant. He's an immigrant. He's a very happy one with his family. And there's nothing like being able to provide for your family. And one of, if not the most important thing, was to have freedom in the greatest country in the world. And he now has freedom with his family. It isn't better than that. And who took care of it? One law firm. One law firm took care of it. Okay. That attorney, Nelson Madrid, is the man. You hear me tout him every day. You hear me talk about him every day. When it comes to the complexity of a case, that's the man. And he goes with you to the immigration, to the Department of Homeland Security to deal with your situation. Why would you want to go elsewhere? Here's the number, 844-774-3529. Let me give the number again, 844-774-3529. You're listening to this inspiring, this phenomenal, true success story of Alex, okay, who is now, well, he now has his freedom in this country. Take the number. If you don't need it, pass it on to someone that needs it.
I did it.
And you did, right?
I did it, and I'm proud to say that my godparents, my godmother had been from my country, tried to settle her mother in the United States, and they went upstate New York for a different lawyers. They asked him for a lot of money, and they didn't say that 100% they will finalize the case. And I went up there one night, and I said, you know what? Why don't you try to, try PPID? I emailed to Mr. Conrad at the time. He said, yes, I want to meet the case. I want to see the case. I want to see what's happening. After all the time and the money and the stress that they deal up north, they went to them 6 months later. I was actually a little jealous that time. I said, what the heck, 6 months later, she received the green card in her mail without doing nothing.
Wow.
And actually, there is another case that I said, the gentleman is that I listen to you guys every day, even though I should clear my head with it. There is a friend of mine that lives in Boston. I know that you guys say that they have cases all over the States and now hopefully in Caribbean and everywhere else.
Right.
This gentleman, a friend of mine, is from Boston. And sure enough, he has the case, I believe, with Nelson now. I don't want to say name or anything.
Right. Okay.
But he's on pending and it looks promising. After he's in the country since 1992, 1994, if I don't mistake.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And he's tired of going to the lawyer. So hopefully he's gonna finalize his status as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Squeeze. If I could just throw something out there, there's so much talk about immigration out there and all the negative things that are said about immigrants. I just want to hold up Alex as an example of what's good about immigration. Here's a guy who's been in the country now for 15 years, all right? And it took him 14 of those years to legalize, to get his situation straight, to get it together. And the government fought him tooth and nail. And we're not talking about a criminal here. We're not talking about a guy who doesn't pay his taxes. We're not talking about a guy who's here to collect benefits or not work. This is a guy who's an upstanding citizen who is a model citizen. And the government did everything they could to keep him out, to force him to leave. All right. And here is a perfect example of what's good about immigration and about how what immigrants like Alex bring to the United States and how they make us a better and a stronger country, not weaken us or make us worse. They make us better. And Alex, I'm proud to have had you as a client. I consider you a friend now, and you're a good man. And we really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. Yes, indeed.
And one more thing. It's situations like this. It's cases like yours. It's people like you that make this worthwhile for me. I've been doing this work for 35 years now. My dad was doing it for 20 years before me. And this is what makes it worthwhile. This is what lets me sleep at night. Situations like this, where I know that that my firm did something positive and made a difference in the world. And I'm happy that we're able to help you out on this. I really am.
Thank you.
Listen, and just for clarification.
One second, gentlemen. Let me just, we're going to the top of the hour on 93.5 FM, and I wanted to get the number, and then we'll continue on the Facebook side. But the moral of the story here, ladies and gentlemen, is that this law firm is a powerful law firm with immigration attorneys that truly cares about people, and they treat you like family. You heard Alex's story as a very happy immigration client of PPID. You heard Nelson, who represented him and went with him to the immigration. All right. You heard Conrad speak as to why he sleeps better at night. Okay. And I'm quite sure your wife is saying, okay, also because of her too. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, the number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Please, I say this because I know what's coming down the pike with public charge. Everyone out there, do not do your case yourself. There have been changes. Dial the number, get a free consultation, and then hire them. 844-774-3529. The same when you get hurt.
And that's what I meant to say, that you cannot do your cases yourself. You know, every letter that I received from USCIS at the beginning, everything is letter and numbers. I don't understand a damn thing. So everything that, that comes up in a pile and put it together, I don't get it. I was like, what the heck? I tried to figure out, I tried to Google it, I tried to understand it. It's so much, you need somebody to do it. And I'm not here just to say it. I want to share my story because my story was a long story. Obviously I cannot share it all together, but it's been a tough times, and they were there. They were there, and I even remember when I went to the court, and there were people being in front of me, and they, being with their own lawyers. But in front of the judge, I even remember when Nelson get up and say who it is and what it's coming from, she changed her face. She changed her attitude. She already knew that, okay, this is something that is there. So I'm grateful. And I want to say thank you. And like they said, they become a family. Yes, they did indeed. Not that we talk so much now, but it's been a time that they were next to us and they help us out, definitely.
Nelson, what were you going to say, buddy?
Listen, I wanted to actually thank you, Alex, for trusting and believing in us. Many times clients are reluctant to believe or listen to their attorneys. Again, thank you for placing trust in us. And also, I don't want to take sole credit for Alex's case. Alex's case was a case where we worked together as a team. There was literally a team of attorneys working together, countering everything immigration was trying to do, and basically fighting as much as we could for Alex. So I want to thank the PPID team, because without them, we wouldn't have this successful result that we had.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, you're in tune to Cruising with the Case Handler. Obviously and evidently the most powerful show on this station, 93.5 FM, although we're now on Facebook. Okay. And PPID, they're helping people. So I really want to say thank you so much, Alex, for coming on, and hopefully we can have you again in the future. Not many people are brave enough to actually come on and give a true success story. So I applaud you for doing that for the Cruising with the Case Handler show. It speaks volume, it speaks integrity, it speaks experience, it speaks depth of the law firm PPID. And that is the reason why Alex, I am very happy that I am friends with these attorneys. I'm very happy that I'm working with these attorneys on the radio, on social media, because I now truly know exactly what it is they do, for a lot of people out there like yourself and myself who are immigrants. And it's extremely important that we have attorneys like the Nelson Madrids, the Conrad Pollacks, the Adam Handlers, respectively, immigration and personal injury, in our corners to take care of us. So that's the reason why they went to law school. That's the reason why they've, garnered all this experience. It is extremely important that you watching this, you listening to this, get the number, store the number, and use it when needed. 844-774-3529. 3529. Thank you for being a stalwart, Alex. Thank you for
Sure,
being an example.
of course.
Okay. And
They are strong, they are powerful, like you say, they are strong, powerful, very confident. And in immigration, like I say to everybody, it's to finalize your case. Personally, I took it as an investment. No matter how much it's been money, yes, it was, but I know where I'm going, which direction I'm going, because it's an investment. You know, you're happy, you're free, you're free.
it's an investment to get through that minefield. All right.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Get out of it. Get out of it.
Exactly. And I'm very happy that they took care of that for you. So
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thanks,
Adam,
Alex.
what do you think, man?
My
Dude,
pleasure.
Now listen, this is exactly why we started this show, and it was to get quality information out there and let people know that, you know, we're not just talking a big game. You know, we come to show up and we come to win. And Alex's case is a perfect example of how PPID is not just going to sit around and do it the easy way. This was not an easy case. You know, it was quite contrary. It was complex, but you can see the result and you can see the smile on the face. And the truth is, as Conrad said, you know, this is what we do, and this is how we sleep well at night, knowing that we're helping good human beings. And again, you know, there's been for forever, I guess, always a negative sentiment towards immigration, but immigration is really what made this country wonderful. My family, everybody's family on this thread.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of us.
we're all family of immigrants. You know, it's just generational, and things are getting obviously a lot tougher than just showing up on Ellis Island with a suitcase and just being stamped and permitted to come in. So if you want an attorney that understands the needs of the immigrants, you'll make sure that you have that number saved. And most particularly when it comes to personal injury, you know, we are absolutely familiar with, you know, the needs of the immigrant when it comes to a personal injury case, when it comes to being out of work, when it comes to the medical bills, when it comes a situation where you need to apply for health insurance. I mean, that's why I am at PPID. It's not just because these are great guys and it's a great law firm. It's because they are immigration attorneys. And it was extremely important to me that I brought my personal injury practice to a law firm that did exceptional immigration work. You know, for years and years and years, I was doing personal injury at another law firm that did immigration work. And when I decided to go off on my own and start my own practice, I wanted the same kind of dynamic, the ability to just walk down the hall and speak to fantastic immigration attorneys that would be able to guide my clients and my clients' families as to what to do and what not to do if, God forbid, they're injured in an accident. So it's been a wonderful journey for me so far. I've been practicing personal injury law for almost 17 years, almost 15 years, exclusively dealing with the Caribbean community. And it's been a wonderful ride. And that's why we're offering the free consultations on immigration. We're giving back to the community that has embraced us. And I always say, hopefully you never need our number for personal injury, but God forbid you do. I'm sure you'll be glad you have it for that one and only chance to get it right. And that's 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID law.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, Cruising with the Case Handler. And just to add to it, Nelson, I wanted to know what was going through your mind when you were working with Alex, you know, and how do you feel coming out with that big M on your chest for Maverick?
You know, I have to tell you, it's very hard not to feel a personal connection to some of your clients, you know. You know, obviously sit down and speak with them, you know, and Alex will tell you, you know, at PPID, we provide a service. You know, clients meet with attorneys. As